Hi angels, welcome back to another resin video. So in this video we're going to be making another resin clutch bag purse. I've been making a ton of these lately simply because I got some more foil sheets, so that's why. So I wanted to shake a part of this mold. It turns out that I already had it, but I couldn't find it, so I had to reorder it, but it's fine. At least I got an extra mold. So after I pour down the resin in the shaker part of the mold, I'm just going to be layering down all of my flowers. And just press them down so the resin can cover it up a little bit. And I just place on there my foil sheet. And I just press down on it a little bit so the bubbles underneath it can seep all the way to the top. And once it's at the top, I just use my lighter just to pop the bubbles. I'm just going to let this layer dry for a full 24 hours. There's still space in the mold that needs to cover up the flowers and the foil sheets. But now we're going to get started on the second part of the mold. So I'm mixing up my resin. Well, first I placed down the flowers, you can see. I like putting them around the edges and on top. I just wanted to see how it turned out. I wanted the flowers to seep all the way through, but not too much, if that makes sense. So in a different container, I poured a little bit of some resin and I mixed up some foil sheet. And when I mix it up, I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes so that the bubbles can rise to the top. And then I'm just going to use my lighter to get rid of the bubbles. And in a separate container with my bigger amount of resin, I'm just going to mix some white. It's called a beach wave white. Basically, I got it from Amazon. Taking out a little bit. I'm just going to mix it up until it's like white enough to my liking. The reason why I didn't go with the normal white pigment is because with this white you can kind of see it's through. You can you're gonna be able to see the flowers through, so that's why I did it. If I use the pigment white, then you wouldn't be able to see the flowers that I already laid down, if that makes sense. I've already made another shaker with some white pigment, so if you just scroll down you can see the other video, but decided to go with a different white. Mix it up until it's completely off the stick. Well, almost off the stick, because I really don't want to be wasting it. So after I mix it up, got rid of the bubbles. There's no bubbles in the other part of the resin. I like this resin better. There's not much bubbles and it doesn't take long to cure. It's pretty cool. So I'm pouring around the edge my gold flakes. And then in the center, I'm just going to pour down there my white pigment, my white that I just mixed up. Setting it up so that you guys can have a better view. Just going to be pouring it down on both of them. I got a little heavy-handed with this one, and the resin just started to run out over so quickly, so I had to be fast with it. Well, I try to be fast, but the resin wasn't going to cure anytime soon, so I could take as much time as I wanted, which was good. So the resin that got onto the paper, I'm just going to pour it into the other mold, because obviously don't want to be wasting the resin. Yeah. Just cleaning up my mess. So I'm pressing on some of the I don't want some of the flowers to be on top of the resin, because that's not really the point of it. But I do want them to be able to peek through. So I just went over it a few times with my lighter because there's a ton of stuff in the mold, so there's going to be a little bit more bubbles than usual. So I just want to make sure that I'm popping them before they cure with the resin. So yeah. There was some bubbles around the edges, and some, not always, but some was in the center. So in the shaker part of the mold, I told you guys that you need a little bit more resin. I did not have enough resin. I don't even know why. I don't even know why I was trying to like scoop everything out, but it wasn't enough. So, but it's fine. I didn't want to waste any resin. And after I finish all of this, make sure the bubbles are good. I let everything dry for 24 hours. And now it's in the morning. This is the frame of the bag. You can get it from Amazon. By the way, I'll leave the link for everything down in my description box down below. So you can just click on the link and it'll just bring you to everything. But the frame part I got from Amazon. Now I'm just popping everything out. There's clearly some extra resin that's ran over to the side. I'm just going to use my scissors to just cut it off. Or you can just use your X-Acto knife, whichever one works for you. So I thought that this part was cured, but end up not. So I decided to let it sit out for another 24 hours. You can see the sides are completely bent. But I just fix the shape of it so that when it's cured properly. Cute. But it looks amazing, honestly. I like the way how it turned out. So cute. There's also some extra resin at that side of it as well. So I'm just going to use my scissors just to cut it off. And that's that. But this honestly looks better than I thought it would. I'm actually happy with how it turned out. I could just leave the bag just like this. Or I could just add the shaker part on there. But since I obviously made a shaker part for it, I'm just going to put it on there. But it looks so good, actually. So since the first mold did not dry all the way, I waited another 24 hours for me to remove the second part of the mold. And the top part of the mold, it dried overnight, so that was good. So I'm just popping the second part of the mold out of the resin part out of the mold. And yeah. Honestly, I really love how this turned out. There's a little hole in there because of all of the flowers, but I can just use a little bit of some resin to fill it in and she would look perfect. Add a little bit of some resin that run over to the side. I just use my scissors to clean it up really quickly. And that's that. Now to put the whole bag together, I'm just going to be using my E6000 glue. And voila. And I also have to glue the shaker part of the bag together, which this is how I'm going to set everything up. So I'm trying to make sure that the flowers and everything looks right before I start gluing and then letting it dry for another 24 hours. But it honestly looks so good. I'm happy with how it turned out. Rotating it to see how it would look. And voila. Actually, it looks pretty amazing. I recorded me gluing everything together, so I glued this part on, and obviously I glued the bottom part on as well. But I guess my phone wasn't recording. You can see the glue around the edges. It's not dry, obviously, because I just glued it. But I'm gonna let it dry for a full 24 hours, and then it'll be good to go. I love how the sides are blue. It is so cute. And the top of the bag, everything just looks amazing. Oh, wait, this is sliding way too much to the top. Let down a little bit. And voila. So all of this glue, I'm gonna have to clean it up. For some reason, it was sliding all the way to the top. So I need to put it down on a flat surface so it can dry properly. Look at her. She looks so good. Okay, so it has been 24 hours. I've put the bag together. Like I said, I told you guys already. This bag, this one right here, just open up all the way completely. So I'm going to need to find something to like make sure it only opens halfway. But this is how it looks right now. Still need to fix the inside because you can see the little bit of the flowers poking out. But this is how it looks. You can either wear it like this or just add on some straps on there. And then just place the straps on, and this is how she looks. And I already have on my Christmas pajamas in November. And voila. I like it with the chains, it's cute. But the chains are way too long. Wish they were shorter. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys in my next video. Bye.